Top stories. Manipur outer seat goes to poll tomorrow under tight security. 8 candidates in fray. Chief Minister Biren reiterates governments tend to safeguard interest of Manipur people. And Manipur journalist Kishore Chand Wangkhemcha released. Good evening and welcome to Times of Manipur. This is Suraj Khongbantabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. The Lok Sabha constituency of Outer Manipur goes to poll tomorrow in the first phase. This constituency is reserved for the scheduled tribe category. The seat comprises of 28 Bidhan Sabha segments. Security arrangements have been put in place. The campaigning for the first phase election came to an end on Tuesday evening. Polling teams, including security personnel, to their left for their respective destinations. Manipur has 2 parliamentary seats, Inner and Outer Manipur parliamentary constituencies. The inner seat will go to poll on April 18 during the second phase. Altogether, 8 candidates are in the fray to contest for the Outer Manipur parliamentary seat, which will witness a multi-cornered contest. Stakes are high for the ruling BJP and opposition Congress. The current sitting MP of the Outer Manipur constituency is Thangso Baiti of INC. The runner-up of the last Lok Sabha polls held in 2014 was Soso Lorho of Naga People's Front NPF. The governor of Manipur also issued an order to close the Indo-Myanmar border on April 10th and 11th to ensure smooth conduct of poll to the Outer Manipur constituency. Altogether, 110,681 voters will cast their votes in the Outer Parliamentary constituency, which is mostly spread across the Hill district of Manipur. There are 2,862 polling stations across the state, of which 283 have been listed as critical and 225 vulnerable. As many as 90 companies of security forces will be deployed in the first phase of the election in the Outer Manipur Parliamentary constituency. BJP's Haulim Sokopao Aka Benjamin Mate, K. James of INC, NCP's Angam Korungkom of NCP, National People's Party Thangmilin Kipgen, and Naga People's Front Lorho S. Foze are some of the major party candidates in fray for the Outer Manipur seat. Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh today reiterated that the BJP Manipur Pradesh will never go against the wishes and aspirations of the people. He said the assurance given in BJP manifesto for extending NRC provision to other states to protect smaller communities is a big reward for the struggle and efforts of the people. He was addressing the media at the state BJP office Imphal. It may be noted that pressure has been mounted on Biren government from several sections, including political parties and civil society organizations, after BJP Manifesto 2019 promises to bring back Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 if the party returns to power. Flanked by State BJP President and MP KSH Bhabananda, Chief Minister Biren was confident that Narendra Modi would come back to power. He also said the manifesto clearly promises to safeguard the linguistic, cultural and social identities of the people of Northeast. The Chief Minister also assured that his government will do its best to protect the interests of the people of Manipur.
Genuine demands adugi mayokta Manipur BJP State Unit na Leroy, Manipur State BJP Unit matam punamakta genuine noiba miyamgi issues gi galoina na chatkani aduga Manipur gi masing yamjadraba aikhoi gi indigenous population sibu hiram amata da aikhoi soktanaba masibu protect tonganaba aikhoi angamba thakta aikhoi honagani aduga protect tohungani haibasimasu ngasi president amadi aigi side gi miyam mangda ngasi media gi through the assurance pijadi madudi aikhoi leiringai da karingma makhal amatagi akhoi indigenous population da sokpa yaba aikhoi bu minority oiba yaba aikhoi bu state sibu sonba yaba posak amata tohunjaroi haidana miyam da appeal tawjari.
Manipur journalist Kishore Chand Wangkhemcha was released today from Central Sajiwa Jail, where he had been detained under National Security Act (NSA). He was freed by the jail authority around 4 p.m. After coming out of the jail, Kishore Chand told journalists he wants to give the credit of his release to his wife and the civil society organizations. From there, he went to Press Club Imphal, where a press meet was held. The former ISTV, a local TV channel journalist, in November had ranted out against Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren, calling him a puppet of the Modi-led BJP government at the centre. He was arrested on November 20th, only to be released a few days later on November 26th by the Manipur High Court, which stated that the statements of the former ISTV staff were nothing seditious in nature. However, he was arrested the very next day and then detained under NSA on December 12, 2018.
Constitution da yauraga leiraba freedom of speech and expression si namthana honariba sugum fascist nature hatar authoritarian nature si masisu yade haiba ma khanghan bagi tangai phadaba leibra haibagi wakhalon du engonda as a journalist amoina as a human right defender moina madugi wakhalon leigibana maram oraga in the sumba frustration is why outburst ogibani threat leigani agi family na su constantly in jail leining da mokogi kahani kogi monitor tauraga leiba surveillance under surveillance leibagi du threat lei haibisu yam toina haibi I say every step, every movement is switching so the government I youngsel like any have a kangi, but unless I know Kagumba around but Tabum to drink again to the Taraga de Madoka Tuduna, singing I late more in the youngs and English no, Tony Matosno, I date from Todum Chachagani threat to the Madu Munarakanda Madungam Namaksalakanda, the Equigi Legadaba, I right to Pangbum Tokmanina, I'll do it to Donakin I late in the way. Jail Tamsin Birakpani, fortunately, 6 days police custody later released a bail da Dumaku pain the Banam when Ikai Budu Nang Banamaram Waraga, Ikai Budu Ikai, they having more the Mohana Inese the Palaga. Tamakuni, but still I didn't lose my hope, so I just keep on fighting. Especially because of my wife, and still I know Manipuri people, the highs and things, we need to keep on this fight so that we are afloat high tare ko ina town lege high taraga di ko masigi geno si leiba situation si khanga kana si fight back tawdraga di Manipur ge su am the pick ba masing yam jado fruit thing se loop kigani so we need to be aware of this adu ni phonduk chaning bisi.
Communist Party of India Manipur State Secretary L. Sotin Kumar has said that if party candidate Dr. M. Nara backs the inner seat in the Lok Sabha election, a secular democratic government will be ensured in the country. At a press conference at Irawat Bhavan today, Sotin Kumar briefed on CPI manifesto, which promises highway protection force on national highways connecting Manipur, exposure of BJP's corruption at Lok Sabha to take up steps keeping in mind the sentiments of the Meitei to continue demanding for 7th pay and to give employment allowance to the unemployed youth of the state.
Me the Sakaliba, Sumba BJP, the lead over NDA government say, Masinataba, Adumba, left, secular, democratic forces singing, Ahomba, Owenba, Adumba Saswanama, Sweden, Kendra the Lakani, Madui Saswanado, Maduna, Ekoi Miam was successful there, sing say, Masi Chapjana, Ekoi Miam, Haktingana, Adumba, Ekoi. Miami, Seva Tobugi, Adum Tanjado, Homatarabadi, Adumba, Miam Hakin on the Seva Tobugi Tanjado, Maduda, Ekoi Manipudagisu, left Homadi, secular doors in the Cheriba, Miam, my Pami Batarabadi, Suksoi Swedena, Ekoi Wasak Seriba, election manifesto say, Masida Wasak Seriba, Ekoi program, points in a say, Masi, a parliament key, Manu Kakta the Natana, Parliament the suit of Nal in a Tenangani.
Identity of the state will remain unmarred provided that there is BJP government at the center and in the state, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has assured. Biren also alleged the fear of indigenous people being overwhelmed by outsiders. He was participating in a campaign meeting in favor of BJP's inner seat nominee for the Lok Sabha polls, R.K. Ranjan, at Charangpat High School ground in Thobal district. The program was jointly organized by LJP and Election Management Committee of BJP 32 Wangkhem Assembly Constitution. Biren went on to say that the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance NDA government at the centre is keen on safeguarding the interest of Northeast population of several racial stocks. I assure you that identity of these people will be protected only if there is BJP government, both in Manipur and at the centre, the Chief Ministers assured. Forest Minister T.S. Shyamkumar, Shiv Sena Manipur Pradesh President M. Tombi and several leaders attended the meeting.
India Sarkar ni aduna matam punamakta akhoi apik jati ni akhoi se mut khargadra masing yamba singna sasan khargadra masing yamba singna akhoi loisin khargadra na kiri bo wakhalona do I can assure until and unless sugumba BJP led government sina center the leading gai Manipur the leading gai madugi akhoi identity do matam punamakta nga aga thangani
The first phase of Lok Sabha election for the outer parliamentary constituency will be held tomorrow in the state amidst tight security, and polling officials allotted for duty at 40 Jiribam Assembly constituency have headed for their designated polling stations this morning after checking their electronic voting machines and other requirements at the DC office, Pachau. It is reported that around 200 polling personnel, including 10 women, are assigned for the first phase of election in 40 Jiribam Assembly constituency, in which a total voter of 27,379 are going to cast their votes, out of which 13,230 are women voters and the remaining 14,149 are men. Altogether, there are 40 polling stations, out of which 2 has been reserved for women. 2 of the polling stations in Chandrapur and Jaril Pokpi are considered vulnerable, while the Lalpani polling station is a sensitive one. Some of the polling officials left on boards for their assigned polling stations. Manipur State Police Force along with central forces are being deployed in the election. Well, it's time now for a short break.
Advanced Coaching Institute, Nagamapal, Lamabam Laikai, near Rims Road, opposite Koirenge Auto Parking. Science stream, the Council of Higher Secondary Education, Manipur and Loba, Class 12 ki parikha, 3rd position, Yumnam Devsit, 9th position, Akoijam Badal Singh, 9th position, Konika Nomaitem, 10th position, Asem Korunganba, 10th position, Lystam Iboba Maitei, 15th position, Haubam Arvind Singh, Amadi, 17th position, the Sagolsem Biki Singh Ne. Arts stream da Aniswa position Takraba Takil Sangbam Sunaya Devi, 3rd position Yangkom Gunchenba, 4th position Texum Zen Singh, 5th position Boirangtem Loya Ngamba, 7th position SS Obed Kharam, 8th position Takilamam Ores Maitei. Separated boys and girls hostel.
Well, this is true. No matter where we're at and how busy we were, we may not get the time to spend a whole day together, but a time always brings us together when we are dining, especially when gathered around such divinely crafted amenities.
Masi thaudang yabagi khudamni masigi damak chawthukjai adom su vote thadabiu thaudang yaba leiba macha ama oibiu.
Welcome back after the break. Ningol Club Hairok has taken serious note over the BJP manifesto wherein the party promised to implement Citizenship Amendment Bill CAB. Addressing the media at the office of Ningol Club at Hairok, Publicity Secretary of the local club said it was unfortunate for the people of state and the notice that the ruling party BJP has promised to implement CAB if the party returns to power. He pleads that the club will always stand against CAB and extend support to protest by the civil society organizations over the bill. Wangmataba Youth Club, along with Maira Paibis and locals of Thobal today, hosted a grand reception for Mainam Git at Thobal Wangmatabi Mandap, who has succeeded in getting a slot in the Indian Book of Record 2019 edition, which is published annually featuring top 100 individuals with extraordinary feats selected for 8 Asian countries. It is worth to recall that on June 1st last year, Mainam Git successfully did 52 Aztec push-ups in 1 minute and 19 muscle push in a minute. Moreover, he also climbed an 8-meter high 2 ropes with the help of his single arm, and following which on 15th of March this year, his spectacular feat was recognized during an evening function for all the record holders held at Sant Hildaram Medical College. Currently, Git is doing his 4th semester in Bachelor of Physical Education at Regional College of Physical Education. Mainam Git is a son of Mainam Ingocha and Chaubi Devi of Thawal Wangmataba Mathak Likai. He has also won many medals in state-level table tennis, wushu and wrestling championships. Git expressed that he is aiming for the Guinness Book of World Record, and to achieve that, he said he is seeking support from the people. Veteran politician Ojoy today hit out at Chief Minister and Biren Singh, calling him a liar. Biren has shown utter indifference towards world bodybuilding champion Arambam Bobby. Joy told a press meet at his Kawa residence where the 7-time world champion Bobby was present. Bobby said the state chief minister sought to facilitate him, besides promising to take initiative to provide him a government job after he won Mr. World title in December last. The chief minister has remained tight-lipped since then, Bobby lamented.
Job pigin have award pigin have nang di foreign no irene na and my mayam na ingon congrats per by that congratulations haidi poti tadring ai dini ko ada isu ai na hai oh hoi mana lebaki koi gi sem man na maina haido ki bai se soidna tawrakani habi gi thajabadu hoi magi matam khara jinbagi hoi cochin chena dana kantarombe adu mana ngangthoki bai nong di soin tarokani da adana nong tawjaraksani ana hai adugi thajabadu da ngasi bu tha hum mari December gi tarik 3 tokki na ngasi bu ne koina ingai jari aduna matam da hojik pukta adugi poto magi government gi side gi kai gumba report ambu phangde aduna sina maram oidana ngasai gi government na aingonda tawbiri ba keno se koi gi honor tawbiribra natragi ikai pibiribra aita singmudi ai mayam gi comment si tarokanda ikai bam pogle hana sungai haidoktona ai hana de gisu government gi side gi phangdana lai anum phangdana dum chachagi adu magi asum asigum laba comment ama pirak padu de gi ai thajaba pumang mang khre hojikti.
Oh joy for the accused Chief Minister Biren of ignoring the considerable feats of Bobby, apart from insulting the international bodybuilder.
Si Minister Amagi statement pai hajan bai se. It is quite unfortunate. Si paktong de aruga mado miam the pai hajan na ba len na hajan ba. Khara fatab lon dar di akogi pai hajan ba chinti ba gi thabak ne pai hajan ba gi thabak tu gi yamna mek la ba khudam amani ekoi gi mi yokat na mi yokat pai do. It is glaring example of a cap citizen amendment bill la akogi mi yokat ba mi gi mayang yokat pa ma pani mi yokat pa do ma di chawar ba khudam du ne.
A flag hosting ceremony in favor of Indian National Congress INC candidate for Inner Manipur Parliamentary Constituency O Nabakishore was held at his Ningthau Khong residence today. Former Chief Minister Oibobi, supporters and workers of Indian National Congress attended the ceremony. In view of the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, a team of Haingang police led by IPS P. Karthik Maladi, OC Haingang and AMP ASI and SURAJ Singh, under the supervision of SDPO Porampat Sankarjit, conducted frisking and checking at Koirangai Bazaar around 7:30 today. This search operation was conducted under overall guidance of IPS SP of Imphal East Jogesh Chandra Habizam. During the frisking, the police detected 120 liters of DIC liquor being transported by a Chevrolet in the possession of Tensubam Tolen Singh, aged 41 years, of Lamsang Bazaar. The seized DIC liquor was handed over to Excise Department, Koirangai, and a fine of Rs 22,000 was also imposed on the person. Neroka FC defeated Sagolban United by 7-0 in the final match of 61st Sir Churachand Singh KCSI CBE Memorial Invitation Football Tournament 2018-2019 held at Khuman Lampak, Imphal today. All Manipur Football Association organized the match. Prizes were distributed along with the Champions Trophy to the two teams.
Nauna sign to course na koi anova tactical anova hapaga agi ngasigi match mamang da koi match na koi moina kagi baneba 2-1 ado akoi amona lagtar ga koi kana sana jena koi ka dia dia habagi problem na koi tactical gi phajaba koi gi setu torga sana bane ado yam phajaba players sing na jo koi na p 100% pira kan na khan ma 100% pira yam nugai ka basi yam harawe
koi gi laijaba koi isa ya own skill amadi koi gi course na training da tak pakot pakoi following tawjagani aduga khoi gi laijab punama 100% pigani aduga adum lakpa future da so adum khoi gi mai pak mangamna ba adum honagani
फाइनेंस चंग वेदी हम नुंगाय दुगा खोगी मी जे खतंग इंजुरी गुम्बा अदरगी से मपान चखिबा जु मयाम यावे दुना खतंग दी अखोई नुंगाय तोम दी पोए
Chief Electoral Officer of Manipur P.K. Singh said that no action was taken from the CEO's office or no candidate was disqualified till that for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. He said this referring to the information that has been circulated on the social media about some candidates of certain political parties being disqualified from contesting the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. Speaking to media persons today at his office conference hall, Lamphel, CEO P.K. said that the office received certain complaint letters from some political parties urging for disqualification of certain candidates on various grounds. Every complaint letter received by the CEO has been forwarded to the returning officer RO for disposal, but it doesn't mean that an action has been initiated against anybody, he added. He further said that once the scrutiny is done, last date of withdrawal is over and the list of contesting candidates is finalized. The returning officer or the CEO has no power to disqualify anybody.
If there is some grievance, there is always the option of filing an election petition and the law takes its own course. But mere forwarding of a representation should not be construed as, our recommendation or anything. We had, if you recall, issued an appeal to the public also, and we had made an appeal to the media as well, that one should never forward these messages, without verifying. Just forwarding a covering letter, going by the subject and making a false campaign out of it, it should not be done. Tomorrow we go to polls. Let me clarify very clearly that these are routine things that we do. It's not that by forwarding we are proposing for an disqualification. It's a routine inquiry. The RO will go find out, he will consult the stakeholders, he will take feedback from the ground, and then he will get back to us. And before counting, he will say that yes, all complaints are disposed of and we will go for counting. So let me put to rest this doubt that anybody may be having that we have proposed for any such action. There is no such action contemplated or pending. The elections are going on as usual in a very smooth manner. And we expect that tomorrow the polling will be done in a very free and fair manner, in a very peaceful manner.
Let's take a short break once again.
lamjingba nidhi limited ki members singda akaknaba matam khara khakki oina khudongchaba sing pizari khudongchaba sing adudi saving account hangbada chada lupa taruk ki interest pizagani fixed deposit amadi recurring deposit ki oina chada lupa taragani thoi makhai interest pizagani daily deposit ki oina su chada lupa taragani thoi makhai interest pizagani karigumba members singna business loan personal loan natraga mortgage loan lobiragadi sada lupa taragani pandagi lupa kungi apik pasendoi haibadi reducing rate ta loan lobiba yagani akaknaba matam khara khakki oiba khudongchaba sing asi lobiranaba members singda ningsingjari masiga loina loina na kanagumba member oidriba singna member oibinaba ekhoigi office ta lengsin birau amadi akupa marol sing tanabiu ekhoigi address lamjingba nidhi limited near Nityananda Mandir Nagamapal Rims Road Imphal West mobile 9366857001 email lamjingbanidhi@gmail.com website www.lamjingbanidhilimited.com
nupa khaktabu sagai lepkani haiduna chakthukjani hinglibasingse mama amana pokpani mama do nupi ni habase kormal
nipa poksunati ipa numanga tawdana ari amada senting na bathabu
aibu nangi angang longnaba thamba miro senaba ngamdragana nupi ni kaidodoino khongbandra kaino hundokcho kaino
piba amadi poktaba yadabani taunariba mayam se khangedana
nasigi government sidi aphaba mibu oirdi sel kaisu tingdrasu yare sel piba lobagi haina bido loi muthakre
macha masugi ningba thungal loidoi oiradi pedo bokpiramino hadok yadro
nang tamo khaktani
nusidiye
phai phai nang ngasi digi ai amon uni di khallu
kadai chatoiba
Pakistan chalaga sosai bomber oiga siragi kaino aidi nang pelo dida
nang honari do hanba leitana dum honagadabane Kidoroge
nangi husiki wahaido karino khangdana thamoida pale
Lagliba Lok Sabha Mikhalda Adomgi Mamal Naidraba Vote Manghanbiganu Afava Mirep Khanbiraga Matam Chana Lakpi Raga Vote Thadabiyo Laibag Sembada Saruk Yaminasi
Welcome back. Meghalaya has 106 polling booths where polling officials have to march on foot to reach them due to absence of road. With the polling tomorrow, polling parties have started leaving for their polling booths, which are very far, including those that require foot march. Campaign for the Lok Sabha polls and by-election to Silsila Assembly constituency has ended yesterday. Polling parties have also started moving to as many as 1,074 polling booths. There are 3,167 polling booths in the state. The Shillong parliamentary seat has 2,053 polling stations and Tura has 1,114 polling stations, including 50 polling booths under the Silsila Assembly seat. There are 407 vulnerable polling booths and 107 critical polling booths. Polling officials have to walk on foot in as many as 106 polling booths. After the BJP poll manifesto promising to bring back the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016 created quite a ripple across the Northeast, Union Minister of State for Home Kiran Rijiju is on a damage control mode. Rijiju assured that the people of the northeastern states will be consulted before bringing up the bill if the BJP is voted back to power. Rijiju had even said that even if the bill is implemented in the rest of the country, there will be a special provisions for the Northeast. The contentious bill seeks to grant Indian citizenship to people belonging to minority communities of Hindus, Sikh, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians in Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan after 6 years of residence in India, even if they do not possess proper documents. A large-scale protest had erupted across the northeastern states as the indigenous people of the region felt that the enactment of the bill would endanger their livelihood and identity. Congress President Rahul Gandhi filed his nomination for the Lok Sabha elections from Amethi with Sonia Gandhi, sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and brother-in-law Robert Vadra were with him in the collect audit when he filed his papers. The three-term MP will take on Union Minister and BJP candidate Smriti Irani. Rahul Gandhi reached the collectorate to file his papers after a rush show through the town. It was the Gandhi family's show of strength with the Congress president flanked by his sister, brother-in-law and their two children in the open truck. Surging crowds of Congress supporters walked along as the truck made its way to the collectorate. Rahul Gandhi is also contesting from Wayanad in Kerala. He filed his nomination papers from there on April 4th. Amethi goes to the polls on May 6th in the fifth phase of the Lok Sabha elections, which begin on 11 April. Meanwhile, the BJP is expected to seize the presence of Robert Vadra today to target the Congress and the Gandhis on corruption. Robert Vadra, a businessman, is being investigated for charges of money laundering. Benjamin Netanyahu was on track this morning to become Israel's longest-serving prime minister, despite his Likud party winning the same number of seats as his rivals. With 97% of votes counted, both Likud and the Blue and White Party, led by former Army General Benny Gantz, had won 35 seats in the 120-seat parliament. The Knesset, however, results show Netanyahu would be in a much better position to form a majority governing coalition made up of nationalists, far-right and religious elites. Final results might not be in until this afternoon or later, and the coalition building process could take weeks. Hours before it was clear what the result would be, both Netanyahu and Gantz declared victory to their supporters, buoyed by exit polls showing they had strong figures. Now let's have the top stories of today's newspaper headlines.
The Shanghai Express. Manpack reiterates stand against CAB. Activities of IM cadres for NPF detail. CAB in manifesto is logical, says Radhakishore. BJP MLA for security man killed in Naxalite attack in Dantewada. The People's Chronicle. BJP poll pledge to enforce CAB in Northeast thieves many. BJP will protect minority communities, says Biren. Congress gives 30-point reply to BJP's non-performing charge. NPP nominee Deputy CM tag Zif at BJP. 30 crore rupees drugs gold seized in state. The Morning Bell. CEO calls for inquiry into Benjamin Mate for alleged support from KNA-KNO. 90% of SU cadres absent from their designated camps, says CEO. BJP government will protect and develop marginalized society, says CM. Promise of CAB by BJP a challenge to Northeast people, says Manpack. Narcotics Affair and Borders sees large contraband WY tablets worth about 8 lakhs rupees. MDA defends BJP stand to pursue with CAB. Impal Free Press. Campaign for state outer seat comes to an end. Poll personnel all set for April 11, says CEO. The ensuing election is not a political fight, but of existence, says Hemosandra. CEO writes to RO for disqualification of BJP candidate Benjamin Mate. Manipur Mail. BJP insulting people, says Manpack. Polling personnel head off. High voltage campaigns and BJP MLA for others killed in Naxal attack.
Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top stories once again. Manipur outer seat goes to poll tomorrow under tight security. 8 candidates in fray. Chief Minister Biren reiterates governments tend to safeguard interest of Manipur people. And Manipur journalist Kishore Chand Wangkhemcha released. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching Times of Manipur. ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤ꯫